Welcome to another Friday. Some interesting first picks here. Dark Depths, Sundering Academy Upheaval would draw me straight into an archetype building around the first pick. So the question is, which one do I like the most? And I think Sundering Academy is very powerful. Basically blue-red taking all the artifacts and or cards that work with the artifacts. So here there is Emery, very good in an artifact deck. Shrine Dynamo, card I could maybe wheel, maybe Signet, Lodestone Golem. I think the card I'm least likely to wheel probably is Emery. People sometimes take that in non-artifact centric decks because they pick up something like Black Lotus. I'll take Emery though. Alright, what do we got here? We got Metalworker, Trinket Mage, Consider. I think Metalworker seems like a very natural option now. And with both Emery and Metalworker, I may pick up something like Imperial Recruiter to go with those cards. But I am forcing pretty hard here, but it doesn't look like any of the other cards would have worked out too well. At least not yet. Forcing pretty hard here though. Alright, the first pack that is not so great. There is Through the Breach, if you want to be that kind of deck. There is Pierre and Kieran. Just create 2 artifacts. Stomping Ground could be good with mana. I could also maybe be blue-green, ramming up Excavator, try to pick up Strip Mine. I think though that Through the Breach has a lot of potential. Maybe I can pick up Blightsteel Colossus. And Pierre and Kieran are, while it creates 2 artifacts, is, for example, doesn't work with Metalworker or Emery, so it's not that great anyway. So Through the Breach it is, and maybe I can be some sort of blue-red artifact hybrid deck with some Through the Breach shenanigans in there. Okay, now there is Phyrexian Metamorph and Mere Battlesphere as options. Mere Battlesphere is kind of nice if you get Tinker, whereas Metamorph is just a generically pretty good card. And it's easier, much cheaper too. So I think I'm gonna take Metamorph. You can often find something good to copy, whereas Battlesphere is very nice with Academy, but a little more committing, I think. Oh, I like Sundering Titan much more than Battlesphere in some sense, because this can often have a similar effect that wins the game when it comes into play, but it's much better against like a sweeper or someone trying to go over the top, because blowing up like 2 or 3 lands of your opponent is just going to be more backbreaking. So it's going to win more games than Mere Battlesphere, but be equally good with like Tinker or something. Also, Through the Breach Sundering Titan isn't the worst if your opponent is especially susceptible to blowing up a bunch of lands, because you get to do it twice, because it triggers in both comes into play or leaves play. And now I'm still getting sort of set up a little bit for Goblin Welder as well. I can Goblin Welder in Titan sometimes. Like for right now I only have Emery that puts cards in my graveyard, but I could get the Ready Scrap Savant, Fateless Looting. And we have a lot of potential here. Okay, I like Walking Ballista a lot. I think it's much better than Brainstorm in a deck like this, because Brainstorm is mostly good when you got fetch lands or way to shuffle away cards. Whereas if I wield a Trinket Mage, then sort of all of a sudden Walking Ballista can be good. And it's a reasonable cheap card. It's you can play it for 2 mana and then sacrifice it to Tinker. You can swap it with Goblin Welder, stuff like that. Alright, I think a deck like this could potentially sideboard Rolling Earthquake. I don't think it's a main deck card, but if I'm playing as mono white, mono green, maybe even mono red, you can sideboard it in. It is awkward that it deals to players, so I don't think I'm gonna start it, but it's a pretty decent sideboard card. Wow, Upheaval Wheel. Well, I'll take that, because these kinds of deck often play a lot of mana ramp anyway. So I think Upheaval could have a home here. That was surprising. Oh, Shrine Dynamo, Lodestone Golem, and Rakdos Signet. I think all 3 are decent, but I think I'm gonna prioritize a cheaper card. So Signet it is. Lodestone Golem is fantastic against Storm, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal against a control. Like they can just often kill it pretty easily just paying 1 extra. So it's mostly an anti-storm card. I think it's a little overrated, honestly. And Trinket Mage, I think is better than Karn, because Karn is not an artifact, so if I get Workshop, it doesn't work with that. It doesn't help Metal Worker. So I honestly rather have Cityscape Leveler, to be honest with you. Academy Runes, maybe against a Brain Freeze deck. And Garrett Relentless. Okay. So, obviously I want power, like Lotus, Moxes, Sol Rings, but cards that would also be good with Workshop, Mana Vault, Mana Crypt. Oh, Ursa Saga. Right now I don't have anything to get with it, but I'm looking to change that. And the creatures it creates is going to be very powerful in this deck. And this pack is kind of bad, otherwise I would take like Consecrated Sphinx. So Ursa Saga has a lot of potential. I'm just going to have to pick up something that costs 0 or 1. Alright, I Grim Monolith is awesome. There is also Oko, but that would be a splash, and Grim Monolith is just so good in this deck with Upheaval, Ballista, Metal Worker. It hurts me to pass Oko, but I don't think it's worth it. When Grim Monolith is just so good in my deck. Okay, so now there is Kiki-Jiki. If I want to add a third combo in my deck outside of Upheaval and Through the Breach, some of them doesn't even make the deck. There's also Time Twister. Not a bad card in this deck, honestly, because you can play a bunch of Banner Ramp and then draw up more cards. There is Chrome Mox. The problem with Chrome Mox is that you can't exile artifact cards, so I'm not going to have too many targets with it. I'm going to take Time Twister because then Narset becomes a potential option. Oh, there's Emrakul. And I guess Retrofit the Foundry is not even particularly good in an artifact deck. You want to combine this card with Ornithopters in stuff like that. But Emrakul is better than Blightsteel with Through the Breach, so I'm going to take that. And be on the lookout for Sneak Attack. Alright, I like Fractured Identity, but in this deck I want Cursive Portal, another card advantage card. Kulita Forge Master is too slow. So we'll take a Cursive Portal. Alright, there's the Zero Exarch, so the combo is open. Through the Breach Griselbrand is less good in this deck, I think, because I'm not necessarily a combo deck in that sense, while I'd much rather put in Emrakul. And I only have Through the Breach right now. Hugin has some kind of same problems as Karn, but I think it's a little better because you can sweep the board with it. Wheel of Fortune. I think I'm going to take Wheel of Fortune just in case I do end up with Narset, then I probably want 2 of them. Okay, Spell Pierce, Yorion, Timeless Lotus. Timeless Lotus is good with Upheaval. And none of the other cards are particularly good. I'm just going to go for Syndy and take the Timeless Lotus. Now also, if I get Golos, it's going to be good. Because this card activates Golos by itself. Let's see, so if I were to wheel Chrome Mox, I would have Emery, Time Twister, Through the Breach, and Upheaval to exile with it. Not too much. I don't think it works with Emrakul because you can't tap for any color then. I think that's how Chrome Mox works. Not an opposition deck, so it's either another Signet or Red Blast for the sideboard. I don't think a Signet is particularly awesome here. I think I can maybe pick up some more Signets in the last pack, whereas Red Blast is just an absolutely awesome sideboard card. One of the best. And I guess I take the red card. Also, you can play. That was Mutavault. That's Mishra's Factory. Mishra's Factory gets a little more interesting when you got, because it becomes an artifact creature. So. Alright. Yes. These mortars. Right now I have 2 good creatures to put into play with Through the Breach. That usually is enough. I would like some more ways to filter through my deck, like Ponder, Preordain, Brainstorm is gone, but that would even be the best. Oh, Kiki Wheel. Alright, I might just take it here. Smokestack is just bad. It's just too slow. Oh, Blightsteel or Retrofitted Fund. This will be a card to get with Ursa Saga, but I still think it's terrible. This doesn't do anything. Blightsteel is a card that I could play because it works with Through the Breach and Tinker. My only problem with it is that if you Through the Breach, sometimes you're not even gonna win because your opponent has 2 toughness or higher. So we'll see. I'll probably not play it, but if I get Sneak Attack and Tinker, I might consider it. Consider it's gone, by the way. It's not a good deck for Escape to the Wild, so I might as well cut the blue-red card. Alright, so I want something to get with Ursa Saga as well. Oh, Ancestral. Can't get it with Ursa Saga, but it's obviously awesome. And Steam as a Lightning Bolt would be good wheels. Very good. So that solves a little bit of the card advantage front. So now what? Well, I mean, Karn would be great, but Mana Drain is just the nuts. And even good in this deck, even though I may not have too much to ramp into. Still, Timeless Lotus, Crucive Portal, stuff like that. And its interaction. Also, my mana is going to be pretty good because I have so many colorless cards. So while I'm blue-red with no fixing, Rectus Signet doesn't fix me. I have a lot of colorless cards, so my mana shouldn't be that bad. Oh man, Splinter Twin. I think the ship has sailed on that. This Tundra can open up the door for Arid Mesa to be a fixer. Ancestral Vision I kind of don't need too much. This is an artifact, but I got nothing to go with it. I guess once you have Ancestral and Mana Drain, then Snapcaster becomes a little bit better. So I think I'm going to take Snapcaster here. It's not great, but so it goes. Biggest problem, of course, with Snapcast is that it's not an artifact, so it doesn't really add much to the deck, but it is awesome with some of these cards. Also, what else would I have been taking here? Alright, there is Skull Clamp now, which is an artifact, but I don't have that many creatures that are good with it. It's obviously great with Snapcaster, but there's also Bribery, which I'm a little bit lower on these days. Some people have gotten faster. Basalt Monolith. I think Basalt Monolith is better than Bribery just because of upheaval. And maybe I can also hardcast Sundering Titan. And it's an artifact for Metalworker, Academy, etc. Okay, Clark, Howard's Fountain, Raffine's Tower, Glen, Riftwing. I think Glen is going to be okay here. Still no artifact to get with the Ursa Saga. Maybe I can't even play Ursa Saga. It's not that good if you can't get anything on the third chapter. Oh, Tinker, awesome. I mean, unfortunately, Bola Sidra in the same pack, but Tinker is very good. Maybe Blight still get in there. Alright, I'm gonna take Golos, so good with the Corrosive Portal. Oh, sorry, Timeless Lotus, but it also can get me Academy, which is one of the better cards in my deck. If this were something that cost 1, it would be more interesting, but Golos it is. So this is the last chance for me to get Workshop. Or what else? I mean, I'm not gonna get Mana Vault at this point. Oh, well, there is Workshop. I'm gonna take it over Burn Power Stone. Got a reasonable amount of artifacts to cast with it. And I can get it with Golos as well. Cool. Okay, another Goblin Guy deck. Don't think Hullbreaker Horse is good either. Might just take Mindslaver, that might be good in some matchups, although don't really think it's a main deck card. Oh, Carnwheel, nice. Nice. Makes artifacts for Tinker as well. Man, this Ursa Saga. It might still be playable, but it would be so nice if I could just get anything. At this point I would even have wanted like a Retrofit Foundry. Alright, I guess can tinker this up against mono red maybe. Tangle Wire as well. I guess Tangle Wire is okay. Riftwing, alright. And Bolas is Citadel. Okay, that's a thing. With Foundry. Alright, so let's see here. I think Riftwing is getting there. Maybe Blight Steel because of Bolas' Citadel is just better. I still think I play Ursa Saga is because it's still, my mana is still good. And maybe, I don't know. Sort by color. I'm playing one red card, so I'm not gonna play any swamps, but I think I can play like something like this. This doesn't do anything. I don't want to play Academy Ruins. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay. Turn 1 Ancestral, turn 2 Mana Drain. With Timeless Lotus and Goals, it's hard to get to better than this. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want Ancestral right now because I don't want to discard, so I'm going to go to my opponent's upkeep and Ancestral. So, also now my opponent can't force a negation. Okay. Forest. So, might sideboard in Rolling Earthquake. So Saga can wait. In fact, I might just discard the Saga here. To hand size, yeah. I think it's the worst card in my deck. Because it gets destroyed. Alright, so now what? Simic Signet. Kind of don't want to mana drain, but at the same time that would allow me to cast a 5-drop. So I'm gonna mana drain that. And then go for Golos. I think I slow roll the island because of Sundering Titan. Could actually be better to cast Timeless Lotus, but my issue with Timeless Lotus is that it might get blown up by some artifact thing. Whereas if I do this, I can get Workshop and then or I can get Tolarian Academy, but I think Workshop is better here. And then I can next turn cast Timeless Lotus. Or if I draw... No, probably not. If I draw cheap artifact, I could also Tinker for Bolas Citadel, but I don't know about that. Opponent has 5 mana and does nothing. That's surprising. Ooh. Tanglewire. So I could cast Tanglewire and Tinker it away for Bolas' Citadel. Or Blightsteel. I have a lot of good options here. I could also just cast Tanglewire and force my opponent to tap everything. I almost have too many good options here. And could also Tinker away Golos. I know. So how about I attack with Golos, change my mind mid play, and then I Tinker away Golos. Probably should not have Bolas' Citadel, Glenn, Henry, using Academy here, play Island, Upheaval. I don't need to do that. I think I'm just gonna chill. I don't think my opponent can get out of this unless there's some like Seiyu here, but even then. Next turn I could even get back Golos if I wanted to. This is just game, I think. Especially... I'm just gonna counter that. Why not? Alright. So, mono green, huh? I think Rolling Earthquake is good here. And something like a... maybe like a Time Twist is not necessary in this matchup, just because I think I can just win with going over the top, and I don't need to draw extra cards. Definitely don't want Blightsteel. This is not a matchup where Blightsteel might be good enough. I don't know. All right. This hand is a little awkward, but I think the Rolling Earthquake makes it keepable. The Signet might also allow Karn, and then if I can go Karn into sweeping the board, I should be in great shape. Okay. Opponent didn't have a 1-drop, that's good news. If this is Rofellos, it could be bad. Tribal, okay. Well, that's a card that ramps my opponent that is not susceptible to Rolling Earthquake. So that's actually pretty nice for my opponent here. Hopefully I don't have to Rolling Earthquake next turn. Instead can play a Karn. That would be nice. Wall of Roots. That is expensive to Rolling. And Sylvan Library. Okay, so my opponent's getting back into the game now. But we shall see here. Ooh, that's not bad. Let's wait on that though. Play Karn. So I can make a construct, but I think I'd rather dig through my deck. because the consort can't even attack through Wall of Roots. And I may want to cast a big Rolling Earthquake. So I got Tinker and Mountain. Okay, unfortunately I have Bola's Citadel in my hand, but Sundering Titan is looking really good here because my opponent played an island this time. So if I can Tinker for Sundering Titan and have it resolve, it's going to be great. Store 2 of my opponent's lands, and then if Sundering Titan dies, I get to blow up another land. I don't even have to blow up my own land either. We kept a card. Okay. Hopefully this isn't Primeval Titan. That would be bad. Alright, it is. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. At least Sundering Titan can block that. But I have to Tinker for Sundering Titan here. Cradle and Tropical. Okay. Yep. Ooh, Metamorph isn't bad. Let's see. So, going to get Tinker. Let's see here. So if I go Metamorph, copy Primeval, then I can tap for 2 mana with Academy and still cast Tinker, right? So Metamorph. Of course, if my opponent has Force of Will, it's but oh, he has Force of Will. Didn't think you had enough blue cards for that. Well, that's oh my god, that's just feels wrong. Why is my opponent playing Force of Will with not enough blue cards? Oh well. Gross. Alright, well, what are you gonna do? At least my opponent is out of cards now, but gets to kill Karn and get 2 more lands. That was gross. Oh, I guess that's Silva, but that was gross. Maybe no, my opponent didn't pay any life. Maybe I could have won with the Rolling Earthquake otherwise. Force of Will. Come on. Enough blue cards for that. Alright, so now what? 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough to Rolling Earthquake the board away. Garruk. Fortunately, Rolling Earthquake doesn't deal with Planeswalkers. Workshop. Ooh, wait. If I Workshop into Basalt Bond, then I can Rolling Earthquake everything away except Garruk. Then I can maybe Tinker for later. But yeah, this seems like the play then. 3 mana. Basalt Monolith. Can I Tinker first? No. So let's see, I have 2, 5, 6, 9 mana. So I need 7 for Rolling Earthquake. I have 2 mana over. So I can't quite enough Tinker. I mean, I could Tinker for Sundering Titan and then hope my opponent whiffs for a turn, but yeah, I think then I might even get to kill my opponent here. So now I can Tinker. No, I don't want to sacrifice Rakdos. I know. Let's see. Do it like this. Still have next turn. Okay, and I can tinker, sack basalt monolith, and get Sundering Titan, because that can survive rolling earthquake. Then pass, and I could 2, 5, 6, 7. So maybe it's very close, but Sundering Titan can also block Primeval. I think I'm setting up a win in a couple of turns. It might not be next turn, but because 2 Academy taps for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, maybe I can win next turn. Maybe I can win next turn. So I can rolling earthquake for 6 and then attack with Sundering Titan. Nissa doesn't change that. It's gonna flip, but I don't think that matters. Alright. Uh-oh. Am I getting Crater Hoofed? That would be unfortunate. That would be game, but it's a token. Oh, okay, well, I'm dead then. Unless it's something that's not Crater Hoof, but no, I am not dead. Okay. Very nice. So unless my opponent's last card is another counter spell, then I should win. Alright. Oh, that's even better. Okay. Might as well. So 6, 7. Rolling earthquake for 6, playing around. Six, yeah, 6 seems fine. Done. X is 6. Can't get mana leaked or spell pierced. And unless my opponent has something, this is game. There's gotta be a counter spell, I think, or like a beast within. Okay. Nice. Alright, I got justice against Forsu. Welcome back. This hand is not great. Snapcaster doesn't do anything. Opponent is on a Yorion deck, that's kind of sweet. I have Basalt into Timeless into. I'm gonna mulligan. This is just too many dead cards. This is a little better because I have potential at least. I can now tinker for something. I think the card that has to go here is actually Academy because I need everything else. And the problem with Academy is that it tap for mana right now. It has higher potential later, but my plan is to tinker turn 4 or maybe play Karn, and Academy doesn't really fit into that equation. So I think I have to get rid of Academy. Put some 5 though. 5 cards. Okay, I think I will slow Urza Saga a little bit. I have my game plan, and Urza Saga doesn't really fit into that, especially since maybe my opponent is not blue. I thought for sure my opponent's gonna be blue, but don't have to be blue to play Yorion. Oh crap, that was one of the cards I wanted to get. Oh well. So the problem with getting Sundering Titan here is that I have to blow up 2 of my own lands, and I can only blow up 2 of my opponent's lands. Maybe it still is good, but we shall see. Smuggler's Copter, okay. So now I can go, I have 7 mana, so I can go Karn plus Tinker, that seems like the play. 3, 4, Karn. And I think I am going to Tinker first, because what if I plus Karn and hit Sundering Titan, right? So I think it's better to Tinker first. So I could also get like something like a Golos, but I don't have anything, so I think I'm gonna get Sundering Titan and set my opponent back to the Stone Age. Yes, I have to blow up some of my own lands, but that's fine, I think. Then I can plus Karn. Also means my opponent can't. It's gonna take longer for my opponent to kill it with Smuggler's Copter if Workshop plus Emrakul. Okay. Well then. So if I want, I can get Workshop into my hand, but my opponent has nothing anyway. Do I want Workshop here? I don't think so. Cesar Recall and Metalworker. Okay, I'm gonna cast Metalworker and attack. My opponent missed a land drop, so this should be over anyway, but you shall see. Fast games here. Yorion. Unclear how many colors my opponent is playing, but I'm not sure I want to bring in Red Blast just because it's the same thing as last game. Last game I didn't see blue. This time I haven't seen blue either, so it does kill Yorion, I suppose, or counter Yorion. Maybe that is good enough, because even if my opponent is not playing blue, Red Blast does kill Yorion. And again, I think Tiny Rider seems like it's bad here. Even though it is an artifact, but I think just being able to counter Yorion seems like it's... Even if my opponent is not playing blue. Ooh, this has potential. I can go turn 1 Monolith into turn 2 Karn. Because even though Workshop can't cast Karn, Basalt Monolith can, so... I could also slow roll it and not cast it on turn 1, so my opponent can't interfere. Maybe that's the play. So I have blue now. So here's my thinking. I can go Workshop into Monolith, but if my opponent messes with the Monolith, I have nothing. I think it's better just to play Island and say go. Because I can still do that next turn. And the only way this hurts me is if my opponent has Mana type specifically. But you know, even clear my opponent plays Mana type. I guess Talia as well. I just think that it's less likely than my opponent messing with my Basalt Monolith. Plus Island and Upheaval. I think I'm gonna get the Island here. And I can tinker at some point away the useless Basalt Monolith. Opponent has not played a blue source yet, but also nice that I haven't either drawn or lost any of my good tinker targets yet. So it's Yorion in hand. Okay. So I don't think I want to get back Upheaval just yet. Maybe later. Glen is not bad. I think I'm gonna keep plussing Karn though. Island and Island. Well, there's not much choice. I'm gonna not play the Mountain because of Sundering Titan and Information. But I could if I wanted to end of turn Snapcast. We shall see. Probably not, but I don't know. So my opponent has Yorion in hand. Grief, that's annoying. Okay, so my opponent's gonna get to take my Tinker, but I do have Snapcaster, so maybe... So next turn I can go untap Monolith and then Snapcaster Tinker. So this Snapcaster might do something here. Because I don't think this exiles, now it's just discards. The Evoke is exiling. Okay, that was a very good draw by the way. So I think I want to cast Golos first so my opponent can't... I mean, I can't hit a target with Karn. So Golos. And what do I get? I think Academy is the best here. Next to my opponent can Yorion Grief, I suppose, but what are you going to do? Now Upheaval is looking more tempting, but... nah, I think... Walking Ballista and Island, okay. Play Island. Okay, so now... Opponent gets to attack Karn down to 5. And then Yorion. Grief. Get Snapcaster. So the Tinker Dream is probably dead now. Unless I draw Time Twister. But has mana so I can't block. But if my opponent gets to Yorion only Grief, that's not... I mean, it's not the absolute worst, I guess. My opponent could maybe take something else, but... So do I want to get back Walking Ballista here? Gonna have to take Snapcaster here, I think. Yeah. So I could get back Walking Ballista and kill Grief, but... Then I can't cast... Yeah, I can. Then I can cast Glen and Shump Yorion. So... Get back Ballista for a moment. Maybe Upheaval can come later. 3, 5, 6. I have to do it like this. E4 Glen. I think I should have maybe attacked first actually, but what if my opponent double blocks? Yeah, maybe. So if my opponent finds a removal for Walking Ballista, I can kill Karn, but okay, there we go. Oh, I mean, I should say a removal for Glen. Although this is not enough. You have to kill only Karn then. Okay. 1 damage to you. Now I can maybe Shump. Save Karn and then maybe Upheaval. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think that Glen is worth less than having maybe an Upheaval. Oh, there is Bolas Citadel. Oh well. So, I think that I need to get back Upheaval and reset the board. And then I can maybe do some more So I don't think I want to attack, because I don't want to trade Golos for Fury. I want to recast Golos. So let's get back Upheaval. Let's tap Academy for mana. Let's tap Workshop as well. Even though I can't use the Workshop mana for Upheaval, it still is. Alright, so let's see here. So I can go Upheaval. And I can replay. I can either play Karn or replay Golos, I think. Replaying Golos is better. Ramps me. I think I'm gonna get Island here. And then Workshop can still cost Basalt Monolith next turn. Let's discard some islands. 2, 3, 4, 5. Some islands of Bolas' Citadel. And since my opponent didn't have any fast mana, the only thing my opponent can do is maybe evoke Fury, but that doesn't even kill Golos, so it does maybe kill Karn if I'm a little reckless with Karn, but I don't need to be reckless. So do an island, okay. Let's attack. Play like this. Yeah, I need to use Basalt Monolith. Here I think I want to play around Fury maybe, because, yeah. Sundering Titan and Time Twister. Both cards are pretty threatening here, but I suppose Sundering Titan's gotta be worse for my opponent. The problem for my opponent is though that I can get it back next turn and play it. So I think I should be winning this game, but next turn I can Sundering Titan. No, maybe I can't. Maybe I'm 1 mana short, because I can't both get back Sundering Titan and get a construct, so maybe I am 1 mana short. 3, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Still gonna get back Sundering Titan. And yeah. Opponent Grief is gone. Only cards I know about are Fury and Yorion, but none of them do anything against Sundering Titan. Oh, that's a good play. I will do on top of Basalt Monolith, and still I think I have 10 mana next turn. 3, 5, 7, 10. Yeah, so thanks to Basalt Monolith I can still hardcast Sundering, and my opponent can't daze me. 5. Mana. Alright. Round number 3 coming up. Okay, on the draw here, this hand is kind of weak. Can I keep this? I got Walking Ballista, Snap, Tanglewire. No, I think this hand is too bad. This one is better. I think that Upheaval is the worst card here. First page I only need to draw like Emrakul, and then it's great. But the other cards are... Okay, so my opponent also seems to be on an artifact deck. And a Walking Ballista for 1 is not the most threatening. So if I draw Workshop, this hand comes together nicely, because Metamorph can copy any of my opponent's stuff. Not Walking Ballista, of course. But and a Mox, okay. Light up the stage. Wow, my opponent is going off. Bobble is nice with Dragon's Rage Chandler. Ursa Saga, I think I will chill one more turn. Play a Signet, and the next turn I can either go Metamorph or Archmage. Metamorph could copy like a Mox or a Signet. Probably Mox, because the two Signets can be a little awkward sometimes if you need. Play them and figure. Well, my opponent seems to be some sort of aggro deck. Not sure exactly what's going on. So, what do I do here? So if I don't really need a mana, so maybe I just go Archmage, because it's gonna be expensive for my opponent to destroy it, and my opponent's gonna need to so that can become a 4/4. Probably it's worth to force my opponent to spend the mana though. Ideally I draw Emrakul, but if I don't, I think this buys me some time. Opponent can now remove a counter from Ballista, but I don't even suspect that Glenn and Arkham is going to do much. Okay. So I could pass the turn and through the breach in combat. Destroying an island and a mountain. But then I'm going to lose both my islands. I'm going to get a block figure. Unless my opponent has a red source. But no, it's 6 mana, okay. So, yeah, this is not looking good, but another thing I could maybe do is through the breach end of turn, get Sundering Titan into play and then copy it with Metamorph. It's just that it's Held Rider. Alright, well, probably gonna have to. Not sure I'm winning this game, but I'm thinking whether I could maybe Sundering Titan and then untap Metamorph Held Rider and win. 7, 10. No, I don't think I have enough. So I go to 10 here. It's not clear whether the trigger of Sundering Titan is better or worse for me. But I don't think I have a choice, unfortunately. Alright, so now what? Opponent. Huh, okay. 3-5, yeah. I mean, I'm probably dead, but yeah, I should not win this game because Sundering Titan goes away end of turn and I have to blow up my island. So what am I even hoping to draw? Probably nothing. I'm just gonna pack it up. Nah, I guess I take an untap. Yeah, alright. That was unfortunate. So my opponent is mono red aggro with some artifacts to power up Dragon's Shade Chandler and maybe something else. Don't know if rolling Earthquake is particularly good because again it hurts me. Maybe Missing Mortars could be good. Take out again Tangle Wire, Time Twister, put in Blight still just to have another card to mice with the through the breach because I think this is a matchup where tinkering for Blights could be good and Maybe my opponent could attack in a way that I can get a clean attack through with Blightsteel. So I think that it has potential. Yeah, I guess this is a way to win the game. I mean, I need to get lucky and find red source. But I have a couple of mountains, I have a Rakdos Signet. This is a gamble, but I think that one of the easier ways for me to win this game is to through the breach. Figure of Destiny. I was rather that been a Goblin Guide so I can dig for red source. But maybe Metamorph can copy like a Mox, red Mox, and then I have red mana. Shall see here. Oh, that's not good for me. Ooh, there's red source. Okay, so what I think I'll do is was this copy Eidolon, and the reason is I want to block. And I didn't take any damage because this was a 4 mana card, so it's but the way why I did do is to buy some time. Trade off, and another reason is that my opponent might take a lot of damage here, because one problem I had was that Through the Breach might not be lethal. So if I hit my opponent down to like 2 life, my opponent gets to keep a permanent, I could still be dead. So now my opponent goes down to 16, and any tapping of Ancient Tomb means that my opponent is dead to Emrakul. So things are actually looking pretty good here. As strange as it is, now my opponent is down to 14, so this Eidolon almost solved the problem for me. I could still be dead to, maybe I'm dead to Hell Rider, I haven't really counted. But so the question is, do I want to play Metal Worker, take 2 so I have a blocker? I think it's worth it. I think on average I'm going to take less damage by taking 2 from Eidolon here. Because if my opponent has Hell Rider, I can get 3 life back by jumping. So Hell Rider will put me down to 8, and not quite enough. Fateless Looting, and that's a card that I don't like to play necessarily in these kinds of decks, but I guess it powers up Lavamancer and Dragon's Rage Channeler. I usually don't like it though. Alright, this should be game, unless my opponent has a Caracas. I can't think of anything else than Caracas that gets my opponent out of this. Skull Clamp. And kill Metal Worker here, I suppose. Yep, no problem. Wow. And Ballista. Sure, my opponent's down to 8, so I could almost win with Sundering Titan, but of course my opponent has a blocker. Alright. The breach. Getting a cheaty face way of winning the game. And Emrakul. Through the Breach, Emrakul. What is thinking hard. Alright, so that was fortunate, but now that my opponent knows about that, my opponent may not take so much damage. We shall see if my opponent... The thing though is, if my opponent does that, I could maybe buy me some more time. I could put in Rolling Earthquake. The thing is, my opponent seems to be a little more creature-oriented than I thought. Let's see here. Maybe I take out Bolas' Citadel because A, it's only a card I can tinker in, and B, I already have good cards to tinker in. So maybe I put in Rolling Earthquake instead of Bolas' Citadel. Because my opponent seems to be less burn focused than I thought first. Okay, I'm really happy I did that because now I drew that. I'm gonna keep this on the strength of Signet into Rolling Earthquake, and I can maybe... Yeah, so my opponent has a lot of creatures here. Right. It's gonna be a close game though, because I'm gonna take tons of damage here, I suspect. Especially if this is an idol. It's not. Okay, that was a good for me, I think, because that's a card that dies easily to Earthquake, and it's not the fastest clock either. I think I slow roll that because of Sundering Titan, and definitely Signet over Monolith, because I may not even need to use the Monolith, and even it... Oh, Winter Orb. Okay. Interesting. Down to 15. I can still Monolith if I wanted to, but... Alright, so now what? The problem with Metalworker is that it dies very easily. So instead I could Rolling Earthquake for 2. The problem with casting Metalworker is that if I has any burn, it just wastes my turn. If it survives, it's insane though. Not sure what I'm gonna do here. I could also just play Grim Monolith and set up Golos next turn. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I could also... Probably Rolling Earthquake, because if my opponent has anything, it's not a good idea. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is cast Grim Monolith. That way... I can also just change my mind and cast Rolling Earthquake next turn, but this gives me more options, and my opponent can't Hellrider me because of Winter Orb. Blue. Wow. Okay, I'm confused now. Maybe that's like an ancestral time walk. Oh, wait. There we go. Alright, so now what? I have 6 mana. I can Rolling Earthquake, but I could also just go Golos, I think. Because this forces my opponent to commit to the board. I think Academy is slightly better than Workshop here. It taps for 2, but it taps for mana that I can cast like Rolling Earthquake and other cards. So I think Academy is slightly better. Actually, it taps for 3, never mind. But that's if Golos survives. Okay, Hellrider is not a big problem here because it doesn't have a clean attack. Okay, didn't expect that. Opponent has Fire Blast. Alright, I'm down to 8. I guess it does play around Rolling Earthquake pretty good, because if my opponent didn't attack, I would just Rolling Earthquake, but maybe this is just the okay, Fire Blast targeting me. Okay, so I'm down to 3. Alright, scary stuff, place to be. Okay, so problem is that kind of need to kill Rim Lavamancer here, but then I take a lot of damage. I don't like my spot. So I have 3 6 mana. Don't like this. So yeah, I guess I have to Rolling Earthquake for 2 here. Go down to 1. I don't have a choice. I'm basically dead to like Chain Lightning either way, and This way I don't have to worry about the Swift Spear. Then I can cast Metal Worker. Attack. And yeah, I'm dead to any bolt, but what are you gonna do? We have Chain Lightning. Well, so let's see. Figure of Destiny. That's not a big problem. Okay. Can I cast Blightsteel? I don't think so, but it's worth thinking about. So Tolarian Academy taps for 4. Metalworker taps for 6. So I have 10 mana. I'm very close, but not enough. Alright, I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, 11. 6, 10, yeah. Set up for Golos here. I think Metamorph. Might as well copy figure here, I suppose. Yeah. So now I think I pass because I didn't level it up. Okay, well. Alright, well, what are you gonna do? Thank you for watching.